Good morning, everybody. How are we feeling? Hopefully we're not all grey and gloomy like the bloody weather outside. Looking like winter has properly arrived now. Next 7 months without no sun, gonna be good. It's a good reason to be keeping our heads clear, our thoughts positive, and trying to put in little changes to make things right. I was told a saying years ago and never really understood it until I got older. But it goes, if you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always got. And basically, it's down to you to make a change. Right, from my David Courtney post the other day, like I said, it was a unbelievable response. I wasn't really expecting that. Sifting through the comments, there was a comment that caught my eye due to what I'm aiming to talk about and what I want the channel for, to help just normal people have a voice. Just to know there's an ordinary bloke out there that people can talk to. Don't come from money, ain't got nothing, don't want nothing, just want to be happy. So there was a comment made by a gentleman with regards to wishing he had the courage to carry out what David Courtney had carried out, unfortunately. And that got me. So, doing what I'm doing, I reached out to the gentleman because I don't think anybody should be at a point and think that that is the only way out. After seeing more things about Mr. Courtney, we understand now that he had medical issues and things like that. And for the type of gentleman he was, and for the lifestyle he led, he felt that was his way out. It was his decision, his choice. But for someone battling depression, someone battling anxiety, or as this gentleman, someone battling the system. Now, I've mentioned the system a couple of times. It is a subject I am very, very weary about talking about because of my own issues. Now, I don't know who watches my channel. I don't know if anyone watches my channel. But the likelihood is there's probably people that do know my daughter's mother. We had a rough split up. We had a rough time. I put my hands up. I didn't act right in certain situations. But there was also certain things done by her. Now, this gentleman making the comment he wished he had the courage. As I say, I reached out to him. He was married, he's got kids. Mrs. decides to leave. They have an agreement in place. He was seeing the kids every other weekend. Has trouble, like most of us do. Now, listen, please, I don't want all women jumping on my page saying, oh, dads are all deadbeats, blah, blah, blah. I appreciate there's deadbeat dads out there. I'm not blind to it. But there's also deadbeat mums out there. There's mums that use their kids as weapons. There's mums that think their kids are a cash cow to a man's wallet. So I'm not trying to say everybody's the same. I'm not putting everyone in the same boat. But this particular gentleman, he was doing everything correct. He was having his kids, doing everything. Then his ex-partner decided she wanted more money. Now then, I don't know any of you that have worked with the system, been involved in the system, but I can tell you from first hand, the system is extremely biased towards mothers. Extremely biased. Unfortunately, us gentlemen don't do ourselves any favours. We are alpha males. We are men. We do tend to be a bit more aggressive towards things and fight for things we believe in a different way to what a woman does. Now, when your child comes, everybody seems to be under the illusion because a woman carries a child for 9 months, she has more right to that child than the man. Well, I'm sorry, I don't agree with that. I hear it all the time. Oh, he's just a sperm donor. That's all he was a sperm donor. Oh, he's no good, his sperm was all I needed. Well, it's very hard to fight that when in theory, in the system, that is all we are. He's sperm donors. And because this lady had decided the amount of money she was getting from the CSA wasn't enough, she stopped his visitations, refuses to let him have his daughters. She's now reclaimed to the CSA, saying he doesn't have his children, he has no involvement in his children. So the CSA have upped his money to £300 a week. He has to pay for his 3 kids. Or a month, I'm not too sure. I'd have to look into that, whether it was a week or a month. But all he wants to do is see his kids, and she won't let him because of more money. Now this has driven this gentleman to suicidal thoughts. This has driven this gentleman to the end of his tether. Now I have spoken to him. I am going to try and organise doing a podcast with him, because this is a subject, as I said, that was very close to my heart. Now, I'd like to say, if there's anyone out there that does know my baby daughter's mum, I'm not trying to have a dig at her. I'm not trying to put things and thingy. We're getting on very well at the moment. As you've all seen, I've had my daughter for the half term, so I don't need anyone stirring the pot. This is just a topic that I wish to talk about, and I know a lot of men that have had trouble with the system that is very biased. So I just wondered on what other people's thoughts are, on what other people have experienced from the system. As I say, I'm going to try and do a podcast with this gentleman. I ordered some equipment yesterday to be able to make these recordings a little bit better, as I told you yesterday. So there are things in place. I've also got in touch with a lovely gentleman who's got a charity organised on Facebook for men and on TikTok and stuff. I will get the links and everything sorted to start putting in my videos. But he organises walks and stuff for gentlemen suffering with depression, anxiety, PTSD and things like that, which again I'm going to start up, as I said, putting links and stuff into it, because there's people out there, mate, men, we just need to open up and talk to each other. And like I said, a lot of our problems are to do with systems and to do with things, but to know that there's men out there that are going through the same thing, we can all help each other, rather than just popping ourselves off in dark alleyways all alone. Bit of a long one today, sorry about that to everyone. But the greys are clear, the skies are grey. Hopefully you can find one little bit of light in your head to keep a happy thought there today, to keep your mind positive. Enjoy the last couple of days of the half term with the kids, everyone. And we'll all speak soon, but it'd be interesting to see what comments I get from this one. Have a good day, people. Little old Essex guy.